Hello everyone, welcome to AnimeGirlsGo episode 12. Today I will show the summoning of Saber, which is this week limited box hero, which the event just ended a while ago. So I managed to get to 7,000 points to redeem the first prize reward of 5-star Saber together with additional 100 fragments. Well, I have forgotten to press the record button when I initial summoned Saber, so now I have ended up halfway leveling him up. So I started with about 7 million coins, and now I'm down to about 5 million when you just see this video started. And now I have started to level up his skill, the ultimate skill, and the other one. And I have also been saving up with all my pots I have not used for others. The rest of the heroes I just put in the training lab in the alliance so that they will auto level up. And in fact I have saved up more than about 20,000 pots overall to level him up, so I can level Saber up to level 64 and still left with some low level XP pot. Well, as always I have switched between the upgrading with the XP pot and also upgrading the skill to save more time, because it will take, although it take about 10 seconds to recharge one skill point, but it's still a lot of skill point to be leveled up at 64. So imagine now with 5 star is 64 times 5, the amount of skill level up, but of course provided you have saved up enough coins, which unfortunately I did not, because I need to buy some of the low level gears and so on, which depletes the coins quite fast. Well, as mentioned before in one of my comments in earlier video, even though at high VIP level every day I still run out of coins, and I do not want to use my diamonds to charge additional coin when it's not necessary, because you just have to wait for the next day and then you start farming again. So this is the skill set. So one reason I went for the rank 1 requirement, that means the 7,000 points, because I find that the Saber overall is a good character which can boost the overall party defense, and also he has a good skill set which can bleed damage as well as to absorb anger up to 200 points at the same time. The small skill, the first skill, Voltigem, which is very useful. Then for his ultimate skill is to hit 2 enemy, that means in the column, that means it will hit the front and the back of one column, and it will absorb damage reduction by 12% and also damage rate by 12%, and it also on top of that also have a 15% chance of paralyzing the enemy. And furthermore, if the enemy uses the elf enhancement up to 3 types, less than 3 types, 25 bonus rate in the num increase rate, so which is very useful skill. And for the third skill is Demon King Releases, which is the passive skill that increase self attack. And the fourth skill is also a very useful skill, it's called this Tank Utopia. Increases the self blood drain rate and also increases all members damage reduction rate, so that's why he's a very highly defensive character which boosts the overall party defense. So as for the 5th and the 6th skill is all standard. The 5th skill will increase self damage and the 6th skill will decrease the damage taken. So as you can see, now I'm strengthening her equipment up, because you need to balance out the leveling of the skills and also leveling of the equipment and also advancing the character, because all this will get some boost. in terms of the speed increases, the damage, defense, and so on. And it's always critical to at least get them to purple +1 minimum, advance to purple +1, because at purple +1 it will unlock the lightning enhance for the elf enhancement, and this will boost the rate of using your ultimate skill. Okay, next I think I will want to upgrade her star to 6 star. Okay, because she will be the first character that I upgrade to 6 star, because so far I don't find that the other character is worth spending my universal fragments on, and till that I only use universal fragment to upgrade the star for S-class character only. Well, as you can see, I've been toggling between the screen because I could not find the universal fragment tab. That means that I have not always used it before, which I finally realized is just next to the upgrade star button. So now I just convert my universal fragment to Saber fragment. So with the payout for rank 1 I get 100 extra fragment, and with the box spending of 5,000 points you get an additional of 80 fragments, so I get 180 fragments. So for S-class character you need 240 fragments to upgrade from 5 star to 6 star. So this is more than the usual A-class character. A-class character only need 160 fragments to upgrade the star from 5 to 6, but the cost of upgrading the star is still the same as 1.2 million coins. So as you can see, now I have toggled back to the skill increase screen, so that to save time for the charging of the skill point, although it gets charged up at every 10 seconds, but with the rate of your increasing the skills is still not fast enough. If you have noticed, as always with S-class character, the most expensive skill is the 4th skill, so that will cost additional more, because the 4th skill is very powerful for S-class character. And I mentioned before, for Saber the 4th skill is to increase self blood drain rate by a certain percentage, and also increase all member extra damage reduction rate by a certain percentage. So this is a very useful skill. So next, let's go and strengthen the certificate, because certificate will boost the HP by a certain percentage, and then subsequently we will also increase the badge strengthening, because badge will increase the percentage of attack. And as always, the item for the certificate enhancement material is always easier to obtain compared to the badge. And to upgrade to the next level, you will need to use the trial tokens. So do save up some trial token, especially when you intend to unlock or train new characters. And also be prepared to farm some lower level equipment, especially in the elite dungeon stage, because you will always be short of the level 1 green color material. And for advanced stage you need to use 12 energy to farm one, so always farm earlier before you unlock. So I have been preparing to unlock Saber since the start of the limited box event. So for the past 2 days I have not been actively leveling up my other characters, and also I've been saving up the coins for him. So next, let's move on to upgrade the badge. because batch will increase the percentage of attack, and as you can see, it's always harder to get the items for upgrading batch, and to upgrade to next level you will need arena tokens, so you need to save up both the arena token as well as the XP batch material. So like I mentioned before, do not worry of the extra XP that you use for the material to enhance, because it will bring forward to the next level. So this is different from the Kokoro Connect, which it does not bring forward to the next level. I mean the intimacy level for the Kokoro Connect portion. Okay, now let's as you can see, I only left with barely 400,000 left, so just increase the 6 skill, the damage reduction, since it's cheaper now. Okay, now let's wait for it to recharge again, because like I mentioned before, with a high level team level you will need a lot of skill points. So like although it do recharge every 10 seconds, it still does not keep up with us clicking simultaneously. Okay, so after we finish this, I think we should advance into at least purple +1. As you can see, I have saved up a lot of advanced pots for Saber, because for S-class character it requires a lot more of the advanced pot and other materials compared to A-class character. Okay, so I need to reset my energy a few times to quickly farm the material. I think I have enough for the purple +3, but I think it's the purple +2 is another challenge after we finish with this advancement. Okay, so just a few more before we can advance her to purple +1. Now at the team level 64, the max I can go is purple +4. And to note that purple +1, it will unlock the thunder enhancement for elf enhancement, which will increase the charge up rate for the anger. So as you can see, so this is very important, because anger, once your anger bar get charged up to full, you will unleash the ultimate skill. So let's go and see we unlock the shop. So we go back later, and as you can see, I purchased all the fragments required for upgrading. So let's do a comparison of the thunder enhance. So you need 440 points for you to ultimate on the first turn, which is the same as Gilgamesh. You can see his Saber start with 240 anger, so you need to get her anger level, the thunder enhance level up to level 6, and if you have saved up the elf essence, which is very useful, because each elf essence will increase the strengthening by 10 points, so you need far less material to elf enhance, because if you do not have the elf essence, then you just have to use the low level gears fragments to strengthen your elf enhance, which will cost a lot of materials. Now we have more or less completed partially upgrading Saber. Let's test her out in real arena battle. Okay, let's put her at the back line because now her HP is still not high enough. So she only have about 50,000 HP. So just to protect her a bit, let's try out this. As you can see, she can ultimate at the first turn, but of course it depends on the speed. So is the formation, like the position you place her, then she will take a turn to ultimate. Oh, that's her ultimate is very pretty, isn't it? You can see her ultimate will just hit one column, so it's the front and back of one column instead of row, and at the same time she will recover HP. So her ultimate skill is something similar to Kurosaki, where because she has a blood drain ability also, her fourth skill. She has also the recovery tank attribute. Okay, now next let's try with a higher level arena opponent. So this is rank 3. Sorry, it should be rank 2 for server 5. So this is a Thai player. So but I cannot read Thai, so I cannot tell you what is the nickname showing. Okay, again her ultimate. Okay, so and she's stunned. So she has the ability to stun, but for the description it's called paralyzed. So but it's still the same effect. So stun or paralyzed means they cannot attack or move. Okay, so as you can see, this number 2 is quite strong also, so he can survive one wave of ultimate, but certainly cannot survive the second wave. And Kaneki also took out Saber. Okay, so it should be finished this round. Okay, we'll shortly see the damage done by Saber, and note that she's only purple +1 now, so she deal about 55,000, almost similar to the first battle. So I will do a follow-up video on the Saber once I've fully upgraded her. So that's all I have as for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.